what a pretty view. You can see everything from up here. That looks like a Star Wars starship. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Can you see the vision? And that looks like a big hole that I was supposed to help out with, but I didn't. But I digress. My name is Gray, and welcome to episode 2 of the Unorthoblocks server. I don't know, is that what we say? Is what I'm saying. In episode 1.5, we acquired Beacon. Yes. Well, we haven't acquired Beacon. We've acquired the necessities to make Beacon, and we're going to make Beacon, and we're going to tear down the mountain. That means that if we tear down the mountain, we can actually sort of get started because we have torn down the mountain. Someone else already has a beacon. I'm pretty sure that beacon was probably used for that hole there. For what it's worth, I think I might actually just use this contraption again because it's pretty neat. I just need to come up here, push this button, splash them with their potion of infestation, and then that should... Hey! Hey! Why are they hitting me? What? How are they escaping? Oh my god. Wait, is that meant to be up or down? Oh, mate. Oh, no. What did I do wrong? I don't even think I did anything wrong. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna die, aren't I? This is why I shouldn't use things unsupervised. I think I'm just gonna leave this machine alone in future. Like, that was a nightmare of an experience. I don't understand why they escaped, but they did, and I did not enjoy it one little bit. So yeah, I need to probably do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. And you know, we're just gonna be living off of the side of the road for a little while, which is fine. Who needs a home? Check out my drip. I got myself a, I don't even know what it's called, an armor upgrade thing from a pillager outpost, and now we look like this. Don't we look cool? But, you know, we never wear a chest plate anyway, so elytra it is. But, yeah, no, it actually does look pretty cool. We are fully never righted up as well. We traded one of our 2 beacons for that. Was it worth it? Yes, it absolutely was, because I just wanted Neverite. I can't even remember the last time I had Neverite stuff. Has that got bigger? Whoa. I still haven't got used to this zoom yet. That looks bigger. So, yeah, we've made progress. Why am I going to show you that first? We have built the basis of our little starter area. I still need to get all the grass in and This bit here looks pretty empty. If you sort of look at it, you can work out what's going on. It's meant to be a bit of a pathway so that you can actually get up and down from this place up here. I dug a hole. A big hole down here, a very useful hole. It's exactly how we built the mountain, and we've still got loads of resources from that anyway. And obviously we have gone around and gathered up all the netherite stuff. Actually, and I did not get this recorded, I died a big death. It was a big death, and I didn't have a great time at all. I really did not enjoy it. It really kind of frustrated me, and I tried to get my stuff back 3 or 4 times. I was looking for the netherite upgrade in a bastion, and I just completely underestimated how powerful the hoglins were. I lost a total of 3 elytras. So yeah, I went on a big quest. So there was something that I came across whilst I was like doom scrolling on the old YouTube, and that is about using things like light matica. So I was actually I just stumbled upon a mumbo jumbo short from Hermitcraft. What he was talking about was the use of light matica in builds, and how, you know, some people look at it as a taboo thing and a little bit cheaty, and it kind of got me thinking. I certainly don't think it's cheaty. Obviously, I've pre-built this mountain here in creative, and I've carried it over. You can see the bounding box for light matica here. Anyway, it's clear that I have used it, meaning I am certainly not against it whatsoever. However, something was said that I kind of thought, oh right, actually that's kind of true, right? So what I tend to do, or well, I haven't made videos for a while. What I was veering towards doing towards the end of my initial recordings was, you know, I'd come up with, I'd spend like a week at a time, 2 weeks, whatever, hours and hours and hours in creative, plotting and planning builds. Then just, you know, light matica-ing it over and carrying the build over into, you know, the survival world, which, you know, works great. I mean, it helps to build things like this, and man, it is so handy. So I was kind of added to the roster like a week or so before everything was starting, and you know, I came on to the creative side of it and was massively overwhelmed by everything everyone was doing. I was like, oh my god, this is huge, this is amazing, wow, this looks great. And it really does. I mean, look at what you got going on just in this little area, and this really is not even scratching the surface. So I jumped into creative, and I really tried to build something, which I did actually, and I thought it looked pretty cool. And you know, it revolves around this mountain here, and if you bear with me, I'm gonna get to the point in a moment. So I had my big plan, my little plan to sort of get started. And you know, I was just going to go along as I had been, like building in creative and carrying it over. Now, what this mumbo jumbo short I saw was talking about was the sort of storytelling behind the build, and how it almost gets lost using light matica and building in that way, which, you know, is something I had never really thought of before. It just wasn't something that, you know, I'd considered. I was just going to just do it, you know, like carry on as I was. And, you know, you can certainly tell a good story like that, but what specifically you're talking about there is, you know, the rhyme and reason for why you're doing what you're doing, or the stumbling into slightly different ideas while you're going. And, you know, I kind of just loved that concept there. It gives you some slightly more storytelling video crafting, right? Because ultimately that's what we're doing here. We're putting content out. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Goodbye. So from a narrative perspective, you can actually sit there now and, you know, sort of talk your way through what you're doing, in a sense. And, you know, you're not just making a giant time lapse and saying, oh, the jobs are good, and you can still make the giant time lapse. I'm certainly still going to make the giant time lapse. I love a good time lapse. And, you know, I'm certainly not saying that using the light and massacre technique is not something I think is great and useful. In fact, I fully intend to still use it. I was just intrigued by this idea of, well, what I should say is I'm not changing my build at all. Well, no, the core idea of my build is not changing, which you have no idea what it's about, to be fair. I can't even remember if I've mentioned anything, but I'm sort of veering towards this sort of gothic vampire-y type dealio is my plan. I don't know if I'm 100% happy with this. I mean, that is way too, like, blocky at the top. I probably need to get a little bit more pointy than blocky. So yes, I intend to build a sort of grandiose vampire-y build in my main area that I've claimed, that I haven't even gone to look at my land claim yet, and I don't intend to until I'm sort of, you know, at least like well on my way through finishing off what's going on here. Well, maybe not finishing, because I've kind of got big plans for this. I'm a big one for wanting spawn to look nice, and you know, everyone's going to be putting in so much effort to what's going on over there. You can't see because of my head. Yeah, everyone's putting in so much effort into what's going on over here that I want to sort of mirror that in a sense over this side here, and create something nice that connects up to RattDog's base, which is going to be epic. And I think iondis is going to be just off over there, and you've got the whole shopping district's going to be here as well. So, you know, I want to turn this into like a sort of forested area with some builds scattered around it, and obviously this is going to be like my main I guess we'll call it my vampire holiday home. And you know, I'd already built a thing, but I'm not going to do it. You can't make me. I'm going to fumble my way through a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of work off camera, I guess. There's that classic Minecraft YouTuber line. Just finishing off, like, laying out this grassland and that, and probably spreading all the way around here. Just finishing off this bit of light and massacre that I've already got put in. And then we're gonna fumble in the next episode, or at least we're gonna begin the fumbling of our way through this build up here, which should be pretty sick. I've got an idea for it, and it's gonna ultimately become our storage system, at least for this area. It doesn't have to be like the world's biggest thing. Does mean I now need to clear out what's in there though. But that's fine. We can do that. We have a beacon. I kind of regret getting rid of the other one now all of a sudden, but you know, let's not say that too loudly, because you know, we do got drip. Look at us. We're a drippy boy. We're a drippy boy. Anyway, bye.